Today we're in the state where I was born and raised, and we're visiting a wonderful spot just 30 minutes from the Iowa State Capitol. Welcome to the Neal Smith National Wildlife Refuge. Located 20 miles east of Des Moines and 9 miles south of Interstate 80, this refuge is a great excursion that can be enjoyed all day or as a short side trip if you have a little time before you're catching a flight from the Des Moines airport, like me today. The Neal Smith National Wildlife Refuge was established in 1990 to help restore and protect 6,000 acres of tallgrass prairie, oak savanna, and sedge meadow native ecosystem. Whether you're up for an easy stroll or a more strenuous hike, the refuge has 6 trails open to the public year-round. The Overlook Trail is a gentle half-mile hike starting at the Visitor Center, which makes for a great introduction to the park. And if you're looking for something longer, the Volksport Trail covers nearly 6 miles of tall grass and endangered oak savanna. Photographers, birders, and wildlife enthusiasts will be thrilled to discover hundreds of species of birds and plants here, and the refuge provides visitors with educational, recreational, and volunteer opportunities. Even growing up in this state, it's hard to imagine that before European American settlements, over 85% of Iowa was covered by tall grass prairies. Now that number is well under 1% currently. And so this is a truly special place to get a glimpse into our land's beautiful history, where the deep roots of this prairie land can reach down 15 feet or more. There are plenty of activities to enjoy here, from hiking, biking, and picnicking in the summer months to snowshoeing and cross-country skiing during the snowy winters, and the Visitor Center is a great place to get started. One of the easiest and most popular spots in this reserve is the 5-mile self-guided auto tour through 800 acres of bison habitat. Now, centuries ago, the vast prairies here were home to bison, wolves, elk, and bear, but during the 1800s, both hunting and farming decimated those animals. Thankfully, in 1996, bison were reintroduced to this refuge. Just past the visitor center, you can start your driving tour along the paved and gravel road. Now, it's important to stay in your vehicle at all times, but there are many stops along the way, so just look for the brown bison signs and you'll know where you want to pay attention. Currently, I heard of over 50 bison and 20 elk call this reserve home. The herds here find their own food and water, roaming with minimal interference. Now, with 800 acres to explore, there's never a guarantee that you'll see the bison, but there's often a good chance.
Along the auto tour drive, while you're viewing the bison up close, you can even see the Prairie Learning Center in the distance. This is a great visual example of why it's so important to stay in your vehicle at all times along this road and drive cautiously. The bison have completely free range and they will cross these roads right in front of your vehicle.
As you exit the Bison Auto Tour area, you can see Walnut Creek, which was the refuge's original namesake. 3,000 acres here were once purchased to become a nuclear power plant. And personally, I'm thrilled that this became a wildlife refuge instead. Past the auto tour area, you come across Butterfly Hill. This is an important spot in the refuge as butterflies, bees, and beetles are among the pollinators that help a wide variety of plants and flowers survive in this prairie. As you're driving through the refuge, there's also a wonderful area where you can see the distinct difference on each side of the road, from the wonderful tall prairie grasses to the agricultural growth here. One area in the refuge is filled with trees, the oak savanna. Historically, bison and elk grazed here, but now this area has a half-mile gravel loop trail that's wonderful to hike around. Thanks so much for joining me today in my home state of Iowa. And for more information on this spot, see my complete Neal Smith Refuge blog post at flyingdawnmarie.com. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. And until next week, I hope you find adventure and encouragement wherever you go. Bye.